And he would not go to Dallas.
Bill Cowher?
Yes.
Bill Cowher would never go to Dallas because
Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones. But Marty Schottenheimer would.
I know, but Bill Cowher, if Jerry Jones would just give up that GM crap.
Well, let's get back to teams that are still playing.
Yeah, let's talk
What about the Giants? What about Eli Manning, who's been murdered for 2 weeks in a row, and all he does is perform?
He wins. Eli, Dick, did you see that in overtime? How many, I don't know how many sacks the 49ers had.
6 sacks.
I mean, Eli Manning, even in overtime, the first 2 possessions, he took a beating.
Definition of a winner.
He is a
That's all he is.
And this goes back to our conversation we had last week, not on radio, but our conversation in class or whatever, which I'm going to bring up to you now. 1 game left.
Like I told you before.
1 game left. Brady
if he beats
versus
Brady,
Manning.
If Manning beats Brady, Eli Manning is the only quarterback that can say, I got 2 Super Bowl wins. Oh, and by the way, I beat arguably the best quarterback of this generation. Not once, but twice.
Exactly.
And this whole notion that what irritates me about people is, well, he's not as good as his brother. Well, he's not this. I'll give you everything you want in the regular season. Peyton Manning's the greatest regular season quarterback in the history of the NFL. Look at them in the playoffs. Put their records, put their numbers side by side. I promise you won't know who's 9-10.
I agree. That's my whole thing. Like, we talked about this.
28 touchdowns to 19 interceptions. I mean, Eli Manning's a completely different player in the playoffs. His numbers are nuts.
To me, Eli is more clutch than Peyton Manning in the postseason.
Eli Manning and Tom Brady right now are playing to see who's the clutchest quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
And this whole thing that Drew Brees is so great, yeah, he is great. Remember, his first 3 years in San Diego, he was a very average quarterback.
Yes.
Eli Manning got the chance to develop.
Yes.
So Drew Brees developed. Eli Manning developed. It took him as much time as it took a Drew Brees. Aaron Rodgers got to sit for 3 years and watch and learn from Brett Favre. Eli Manning was thrown to the woods as a rookie. He was thrown to the wolves.
Even this year, like, okay, this is my thing with, okay, you just made a point. Hey, yes, Aaron Rodgers may be MVP or whatever. Yes, Drew Brees may be MVP or whatever. Eli Manning and Tom Brady. These 2 quarterbacks take a beating every game.
And I guarantee you one thing. Whoever wins the Super Bowl, that quarterback is going to be named the MVP.
Has to.
And this is the thing I always said. Michael Jordan said the greatest quote I've ever heard about the MVPs when Karl Malone won the MVP, knowing that he should have had it. He should have won it. I don't play for regular season MVPs. I play for the finals MVP.
Exactly. I mean, let's go back real quick. How many interceptions has Eli Manning even thrown in the postseason this year?
I think he's thrown 1.
Just
3
one.
games.
Just in 3 games, he's thrown 1 interception.
And he's been blitzed and they got to throw.
Yeah.
Because their running game is bad.
Yeah.
They have good running backs, but they're not running very well.
Exactly. 32 for 58 yesterday.
Wow.
58 pass attempts yesterday for the Giants.
And that's not saying the 6 sacks, so that's really 64.
Yes.
And he got hit 20 times.
Exactly.
That is nuts.
Tell me, is that not what Drew Brees does for the Saints?
That not what Aaron Rodgers does? Is that
exactly.
not what Tom Brady does?
Exactly.
But I guess it is. It's that Eli Manning's the all shucks quarterback.
Exactly.
Oh shucks, he's so quiet. He's so he's kind of boring.
Like
boring wins, people.
Exactly. My thing is this. Okay, they talk MVP race. You know, Tom Brady is always in MVP talks because what he does. But okay. They put Aaron Rodgers.
He's the golden boy.
They put Aaron Rodgers in the race this year because the Packers' record
15-1. He should be in it too.
They put Drew Brees in the thing because he beat Dan Marino's
record. Of his record. All Eli Manning did was throw for 4,900 yards and win a division, and arguably that was the hardest division in football.
Yes,
because their second and third place teams were 8-8, and that fourth place team was 6-10, and actually beat them twice.
Exactly. That's my whole thing. It's like, but the media fails. They do not want to recognize Eli Manning as MVP or a top 4 quarterback.
They won't. He'll never be put in top 5 because he's not pretty.
Exactly.
Basically, what Eli Manning is he'll never get enough votes to be the prom queen, but he's always going to be the best wife.
Exactly.
If he wins this game, he's going to be the best wife.
Yeah.
You can have the beautiful prom queen. I want the one that could cook at home, wash my clothes. That's what Eli Manning is.
I want the wife who will bail me out when I'm in trouble. I know she, whatever.
But saying that, Tom Brady has a chance to win his 4th Super Bowl. And his one blemish on his whole career, he can erase that.
Exactly. That's what he called.
This is why I love this Super Bowl.
That's why he called it. He said on ESPN today, this is a great rematch game for him.
And I think he's going to have a great game. I honestly believe whoever has the ball at the end
is going to win
this game.
I mean, it's funny. I made a bet earlier with our boy, not Ernie, but the other guy. We started off $100. I told him I bet $100 on the Giants, that the Giants would beat the Patriots. We lowered it down to 50 or whatever. I have the Giants personally winning the Super Bowl.
I'm waiting to see. I'll let you know Super Bowl weekend. I want to see what's up with Gronkowski's leg.
I mean, I don't care about Gronkowski's leg. This is my thing. Going over the stats yesterday, the Ravens passing had 282 yards. You know what I'm saying? Rushing.
What's Eli going to do?
Exactly. The rushing had 116 yards.
That's good. I give it to them. Well, Joe Flacco ran for like 50 yards.
That's what I'm saying. But here's my thing, though. I don't think the Patriots – okay, yes, you remember last week before they played the Ravens, Tom Brady said the Ravens are the best team we have played yet. I think he's going to
Well, they played the Giants already.
That's my thing. I think he's going to regret that comment.
I don't. I think Tom Brady knows what he's saying, and I think I don't think this is going to go on. These two, most of these guys in both these teams have been played in the Super Bowl now. This is going to come down to execution in the 4th quarter. It's going to be a close game, and it's not going to be an easy game to watch if you're a fan of defense, and it's going to be a great game to watch if you're a fan of offense. The one thing is, can New England put on the pressure? Can Vince Wilfork have another game like he had before? Because if you don't pressure Eli, he will pick you apart.
He's going to burn you. I mean, that's what my thing is. Okay, the Patriots.
But the biggest player for the Giants on defense is going to be Justin Tuck.
You know what? Not Justin Tuck. I picked the whole defensive front four.
Well,
Canty, Tuck, OC, and Jason Pierre-Paul.
I think OC and Jason Paul will have good games. But can Tuck be the same guy he was 4 years ago? Remember, that was Tuck's coming out party.
Because he was
that was his coming out party. He was
lined up as tackle that year. I mean, this is like, okay, people talk about, we're talking about rematches and all that.
It's that offensive line versus that defensive line.
And this is
take out Strahan, add Paul.
This is a way better Giants team. Not just saying from 2007, but saying from earlier in the year when the New York went to New England and when Manning won on that late fourth quarter drive. This is a better team now than what the Patriots saw.
And if you think about it now, New England wins that game. New York's not in the playoffs.
Exactly.
How things turn out. A 4th quarter comeback here can bite you.
Another fourth. Hey, let's talk about another 4th quarter comeback now. It's the same comeback which you joked with me about, which I hated. If Dallas did not choke in that 4th quarter versus the Giants.
And versus the Jets in week 1.
No. But it all started, though,
in
Dallas. That Sunday night football game in Dallas. They didn't. They didn't
close the game.
They tried to pressure Eli, but it's like what you just said with the Patriots. They didn't get to Eli. If you do not get to Eli, he is going to
And if you get to him, you got to put him down because even if you hit him, he's going to put the ball in the money.
Exactly. I mean, let's look at the Giants' first 2 postseason games. Hakeem Nicks, stud.
And then Cruz goes off for 10, 142. And
my
ridiculous.
Goodness. This goes back to our argument, which I talked to Steve I talked to him earlier today. He kind of contracted his statement. He actually now said he will put the Giants wide receiver corps ahead of Green Bay now.
That's funny that people say that because now, 2-3 weeks later, it's easy to elevate a team when they make the Super Bowl. They weren't elevating this team in September. In September, they might win the division. Tom Coughlin probably be fired. Dallas and Philadelphia were the favorites by far. New York might go 7-9, 8-8. They only went 9-7. Problem is, when those boys ball,
they ball.
Exactly.
That's the thing. Like, okay, once again.
And to me, it's more this. the Giants, when they're playing at their elite level, are
can't
as
beat 'em. You
you.
can't
It's
beat 'em.
almost they're almost unstoppable
can't.
to beat.
You can't.
See, their problem is they have no attention. They don't pay attention. They're that kid that didn't pay attention in class. That kid that was average. That kid that always that. And then you throw the test in front of him, and he wants to get them all right. And you're going, why are you average? And when it's time to see what you're going to get on your SATs, they want to get a 36.
Yep.
That's what the Giants are.
I mean, okay, let's talk about the blame game. Now let's.
Who are you blaming?
The first game now, Baltimore, New England. I'm blaming. You know what? I'm blaming Lee Evans because number one, that catch. It was 17 seconds left.
See, I'm going to go different. I understand Lee Evans dropping the ball, Billy Cundiff missing the field goal. I'm blaming that Baltimore defense not having the courage to grab Ed Reed at least one time in 4 quarters and say, go get Tom Brady and go get that ball.
That's tough for me because only.
And the reason I say that is they played the same coverage. They were allowing themselves to get beat with 5-6 yard runs. They never had the ball. If you look at the time of possession, it was like 46. It was a 10-minute differential.
No, it wasn't. Ravens won time possession.
At the end of it was the first two and a half quarters. The Ravens came back.
The Ravens adjusted at halftime. Like
They
that's my
adjusted.
thing. The Ravens defense stopped Tom Brady's last 3 possessions.
Yeah, I remember that clearly. They got that interception. And they went for the home run ball.
Exactly. They went for the home run ball. They got the interception. Ravens defense did their job.
Well, on paper, you take away the names, you say Ravens win. You take away the score.
Exactly. That's why my thing was earlier. You look at the stats. We're not even
But
thinking
you
about
got
the
to score
score.
touchdowns, though.
But this is my thing, though. If you look at the stats, not knowing what the score was, okay.
You'd say the Ravens won.
Flacco 2 touchdowns, Brady 0 touchdowns.
Brady 2 interceptions.
Brady 2 interceptions, Flacco 1 interception. Flacco threw for more passing yards than Brady. You say Ravens win. How crazy is that?
Like I said earlier, the Ravens played their best game. New England played their worst game, and New England was still the better team.
That's crazy. Now
That tells you how good New England is. When they play their worst game in the playoffs, probably their worst game in the season, outside of the one when Brady threw 4 interceptions against Buffalo.
Exactly.
And they still win.
They find. I tell you what, that game. I loved it. Now let's talk about the San Francisco and the Giants game.
Kyle Williams, that's easy.
See, here's my thing.
Hold the ball. Cover up.
This is what I told my friend earlier.
Cover up.
I don't want to put all the blame on Kyle Williams.
Why not? He dropped the ball. Hold on. First of all, the ball touches his leg. He knows it touches his leg, and he doesn't go cover the ball. He stands there. He literally stands there like nothing happened. That's the first big mistake. He's lucky that wasn't a touchdown when he picked it up. That it was just ruled a muff. That's number 1. Number 2, you've already fumbled. Technically, you fumbled once already. Cover the ball. It's overtime.
I agree, but see, this is tough for me because I don't want to. I'm trying to go different here. You know, it's easy to say yes, Kyle Williams.
Or the wide receivers.
I'm going wide receivers, number 1. 49ers offensive coordinator, number 2.
I wouldn't say the 49ers offensive coordinator. He did all he could do. He threw the ball deep. He tried to hit Delanie Walker on the seam. He just doesn't have the weapons on the perimeter to do it. Now, what I will say is, why didn't you put Frank Gore out as a wide receiver? Flank him out just to show him and maybe see something happen. Maybe you hit like lightning in the bottle. Anything could